Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going deep on coins.
Coins.
Yeah.
All
We
right,
got
got
some
it.
pretty interesting sources this time around. We've got this Reddit post where a parent wants to find some unique coins for their kid who's a collector. Then there's a YouTube video about valuable international coins. Oh, and an article on a website about valuable coins that people just found out in the world.
Oh, wow. Like
I
in
know.
circulation and stuff?
Yeah, like just kind of randomly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it should be pretty fun.
That's fun. I love coins.
Yeah.
There's so much history there.
Yeah, for sure. So let's start with that Reddit post. It's interesting because the parent wants to get their 15-year-old son, who's already a collector, some unique and kind of inexpensive coins.
Hmm.
And a lot of people in the comments are saying that they should try to build on the son's existing collection.
That's a good idea because
Yeah.
then you have kind of a narrative going. So it's not just a random assortment of coins.
Exactly.
There's some kind of theme or story.
Well, it tells a story. That's cool. So then the commenter gives some examples of good coins to start with, like 2 and 3 cent US pieces.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Because those aren't in circulation anymore. So
Right.
they're unique.
exactly.
Yeah.
And does that make them more valuable?
Not necessarily. So scarcity usually makes things more valuable, but they made a ton of these before they stopped making them.
Okay.
So they're unique and interesting, but not really worth a ton of money.
Gotcha. So it's about more than just how rare a coin is.
Totally.
It's also about the context.
Yeah, like when it was made and stuff.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the commenter also suggests some foreign coins, like a 1 dinar and a 3 kreutzer.
Ooh.
And the 3 kreutzer is connected to the 30 Years' War.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I bet that makes it worth more.
Well, it definitely makes it more historically significant. Like you're holding a piece of history in your hands.
Yeah.
As for money, it depends on the year and condition and stuff. But even if it's not worth a fortune, it's still cool to have something from such a major event.
Yeah, for sure. Now, the commenter also suggests condor tokens.
Condor tokens.
Yeah. Are those even real coins?
Well, they weren't issued by a government. They were more like tokens that people used as currency, especially in Ireland and England.
Interesting.
And some of them are really cool. Like there's one with Shakespeare on it.
A Shakespeare coin.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I can see why a young collector would like that.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good way to link coin collecting to other interests.
Totally, yeah. And finally, the commenter suggests some uniquely shaped coins, like the Byzantine trachea, which is cup-shaped.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, and also square-shaped coins.
Square shapes.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
I know, right? There are some really interesting coins out there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so we've got some great ideas for some unique and inexpensive coins. Now let's check out that YouTube video. It's all about valuable coins, like coins that could be worth a ton of money. I'm excited about this one.
Me too. It's crazy to think that some coins are worth millions.
I know, right? Like, how does that even happen?
Well, it's not always the oldest coins that are worth the most.
Really?
Yeah, take the 1997 UK 2p coin, for example.
Wait, a 2 pence coin can be worth millions?
Well, not just any 2p coin. This
Yeah.
one's special because they didn't make many of them. And the Royal Mint has really high standards, so they're all in great condition.
Oh.
Plus, everyone loves Queen Elizabeth.
So it has to be in perfect condition and have the Queen's face on it.
Pretty much, yeah. The better the condition, the more it's worth.
Makes sense. So it's not just about how old a coin is or how rare it is.
Right.
It's also about the condition and the historical context.
Exactly. And the next coin on the list proves that even more. The 1993 Jefferson nickel with the Philadelphia Mint mark.
What?
The Philadelphia Mint mark, it's a P on the coin.
Oh, okay. To be honest, I've never really understood what a mint mark is.
Oh, it's just a small letter or symbol that tells you where the coin was made.
So, like, the P means it was made in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does that make a coin more valuable?
Well, sometimes certain mint marks are rarer because they didn't make as many coins at that particular mint that year. Like with this 1993 nickel, they didn't make as many because the economy wasn't doing so well.
Interesting.
So if you have a 1993 nickel with a P on it, it might be worth something.
Cool. I'll have to check my change.
Yeah, it's always worth a look. But remember, the condition is still really important.
Got it. So we've got limited mintage, mint marks, condition. What else should we be looking for?
Well, the next coin highlights another important factor, historical context. It's a 1980 20 lire coin from Italy.
Italy in the 1980s.
Yeah.
Was there something going on then that would affect the coin's value?
You got it. Italy was having some economic troubles back then, which meant they didn't make as many coins.
Oh, okay.
So the 1980-20 lire coin is rarer and therefore more valuable.
Wow. It's amazing how something like a country's economy can affect the value of its coins so many years later.
It really is. It shows how everything's connected: history, economics, even coins.
For sure. Speaking of history, let's move on to a coin that's all about national pride. The 1979 10-1 coin from South Korea.
Oh, yeah, this one's cool.
What makes it stand out?
Well, for one thing, they didn't make many of them, so it's pretty rare. But what makes it really special is that it has Admiral Yi Sun-sin on it.
Who's that?
He was a famous Korean admiral who won a lot of battles. He's a national hero.
Oh, wow. So this coin is like a symbol of Korea's history and achievements.
Exactly. And of course, the condition also plays a big role in its value.
So like a really well-preserved one would be worth more.
Exactly.
Seems like condition is super important for all of these valuable coins.
It really is. If you want to preserve a coin's value, you got to take good care of it.
Okay, let's head back to Europe for a minute. The YouTube video also talks about the 1977 French 10 centimes Marianne coin.
Oh, yeah, that one's interesting.
What's so special about it?
Well, it features Marianne, who's a symbol of the French Republic.
Okay.
She represents liberty and reason, which are important values in France.
So it's not just about the money. It's about what the coin represents.
Exactly. It's a symbol of French history and ideals.
I'm starting to see how coin collecting can be so much more than just a hobby.
Oh, definitely. It's a way to connect with history, culture, even philosophy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, one more coin from this video. The 1966 UK 2-shilling coin. This is the second UK coin we've talked about. What makes this one special?
This one is interesting because it was made before the UK switched to decimal currency.
Decimal currency?
Yeah, like using units of 10. Before that, they had pounds, shillings, and pence, which was kind of confusing.
Oh, okay. So this coin is like a relic from a different time.
Yeah, exactly. It's also got a nice portrait of a young Queen Elizabeth on it.
By Arnold Machen, right? The same guy who designed that other UK coin we talked about.
You got it. He did a great job capturing her likeness.
I think it's cool how those two coins are connected, even though they were made years apart.
It's a good example of how coin collecting is all about making those connections to history, to art, to the people who designed and used the coins.
Okay, enough about valuable coins for now. Let's talk about those coins that people found randomly, like in their change or something.
Oh, yeah, that article was pretty amazing.
I know. So the first one they mentioned is the 1969 DS double die obverse penny.
Oh, yeah, that one's a classic.
It can be worth over $100,000. But what exactly is a double die?
It's when the die that makes the coin is messed up, so it makes a double image on the coin.
Oh, interesting. So it's a mistake that makes the coin worth more.
Yeah, pretty much. People love those kinds of errors because they're so rare.
Makes sense. Okay, what's next?
The 1937D three-legged buffalo nickel.
Three-legged?
Yeah, it's missing one of its front legs.
Whoa, really?
Yep, it's another minting error.
That's crazy. And some of them are worth like $100,000.
Yep. Just goes to show that you got to pay attention to the details.
For sure. Okay, what else?
The article also mentions the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent.
Another double die.
Yep, but this one's really noticeable. You can easily see the doubling on the date, and "In God We Trust."
Oh, wow. So that makes it easier to spot.
Exactly. And because it's so rare, it can be worth over $20,000.
I'm starting to think I should pay more attention to my spare change.
You never know what you might find.
All right, so we've got double dies on pennies and nickels. What's next?
How about a quarter? The 2004D Wisconsin State Quarter with the extra leaf error.
An extra leaf?
Yep. Some of them were made with an extra leaf on the cornstalk design.
That's pretty subtle.
It is, but it makes them pretty valuable.
Like how valuable?
Up to $10,000.
Wow. For a quarter that was made not too long ago.
I know, right? Pretty crazy.
This article's full of surprises.
Yeah.
What else does it talk about?
Well, it also mentions some really valuable dimes and bicentennial quarters,
Oh, like what?
like the 1894 S Barber dime, the 1916D Mercury dime, and the 1976 No S bicentennial quarter.
Those sound pretty serious.
They are. The 1894 S Barber dime is one of the rarest U.S. coins out there.
Really?
Yeah. And get this, someone found one in a tin can.
A tin can.
Oh, exactly.
Seriously?
And it's worth over $10 million.
No way. So you really can find valuable coins anywhere.
Absolutely. You just never know.
Okay, what about the 1916D Mercury dime?
That one was found in a cigar box at a garage sale.
A garage sale. Wow. What's it worth?
Over $15 million.
This is crazy. I need to start going to garage sales more
It's
often.
amazing what people find, right?
I know. Okay, what about the 1976 Noah's Bicentennial Quarter?
This one is special because it was made without the S mint mark, which means it's super rare.
Oh, so another error coin.
Yep. And guess where they found it?
Hmm. Let me guess, another garage sale.
Nope. This one was found in a jar of change in Florida.
A jar of change. So even your spare change could be worth millions.
It's possible. It just goes to show that you should always check your coins carefully.
I'm definitely going to start doing that from now on.
Good idea. You never know what you might find. But even if you don't find $1 million coin collecting is still a really rewarding hobby.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that. It's about so much more than just the money.
Exactly. It's about history, culture, and the joy of discovery.
Well said. Well, I think it's time to bring in our expert for some more insights on how to identify valuable coins and all that good stuff.
Sounds good. I'm excited to hear what they have to say. Before we move on, I think we should circle back to that parent who wants to find unique coins for their son.
Oh yeah, good point. We got a little sidetracked by all those valuable
Oh,
coins.
wow, right. But there's so many other interesting coins out there that don't cost a fortune.
Totally. Like those ancient coins that the commenter suggested.
Oh, yeah, those would be amazing.
Can you imagine holding a coin that was used in ancient Rome or Greece?
It would be like holding a piece of history in your hand.
I know, right? It gives me chills just thinking about it.
And the commenter also mentioned coins from the Holy Roman Empire.
Ooh, like what?
Like 3 cruisers from the 14th to 17th centuries.
Oh, it's a long time ago.
Yeah, and it was a really interesting period in European history. The Holy Roman Empire was this huge, complex entity with all these different territories and rulers.
So the coins would be really diverse.
Exactly. And the 3 cruisers were minted during a time of a lot of upheaval, like the 30 Years' War.
So they'd be more than just coins. They'd be like little pieces of history.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay, so we've got ancient coins, Holy Roman Empire coins. What else did they suggest?
Oh, and don't forget about those U.S. coins, like the 2 and 3 cent pieces.
Right. Those are great for young collectors because they're unique and affordable.
Exactly. They're a fun way to learn about the history of U.S. currency.
So many possibilities.
I know, right? It's all about finding what interests you and building a collection around that.
Okay, I want to go back to that 1997 UK 2 Mungies coin for a second.
Okay.
It's still crazy to me that a coin that's relatively new could be worth so much.
It really is. But it just goes to show that it's not always about age.
Right, it's about the combination of factors like the limited mintage and the high quality.
And the queen. People love the queen.
Speaking of the queen, that 1966 2 shilling coin we talked about earlier, wasn't that also designed by Arnold Machen?
Good eye. Yes, it was. He designed a lot of coins for the UK.
It's cool how those 2 coins are connected through their designer and their depiction of the queen.
It is. It's like a little thread running through history.
Okay, let's switch gears for a minute and talk about those U.S. coins we might find in our change.
Sounds good.
I'm still thinking about that 1993 P. Jefferson nickel and how its value is tied to the economy at the time.
It's fascinating, right? Coins are so much more than just pieces of metal. They're like little snapshots of history.
And speaking of snapshots of history, that 1969 S double die obverse penny is a great example of how a simple minting error can create a valuable collectible.
It's amazing how something so small can make such a big difference.
And then there's that 1937 D 3-legged buffalo nickel. Who knew a missing leg could be so valuable?
It just goes to show that you never know what to expect when it comes to coins.
And the 1955 double die Lincoln cent is another great example of how errors can make coins more valuable.
Double dies are always popular with collectors.
It's like they're little pieces of history that went a little bit wrong.
Exactly. And that's what makes them so special.
Okay, I can't resist talking about those rare coins found in weird places again.
Oh, yeah, those stories are incredible.
That 1894 Deus Barber dime in a tin can, I still can't believe that's a real story.
It sounds made up, but it's true. And it just goes to show that valuable coins can be hiding anywhere.
Maybe I should start checking my attic.
It's worth a shot. You never know what you might find.
And then there's that 1916 D Mercury dime found in a cigar box at a garage sale.
That one's amazing, too.
It's like a dream come true for any collector.
I know. Makes you want to go to every garage sale you can find.
And that 1976 Noah's Bicentennial quarter found in a jar of change, it just blows my mind.
It's incredible, right? It shows that even your spare change could be worth a fortune.
I'm starting to look at coins differently now.
I think we all are. But even if we don't find any $1 million coins, there's still so much to appreciate about coin collecting.
I agree. It's a hobby that's full of surprises and unexpected discoveries.
And it's a great way to connect with history and learn about different cultures.
Okay, Before we get too carried away with dreams of finding hidden treasures, I want to talk about those international coins again.
Oh, yeah. Those are some of my favorites.
They offer a whole new dimension to coin collecting, don't they?
They really do. It's like opening a window to a different world.
Like that 1980 20 lire coin from Italy. It's a reminder that coins can be affected by things like economic trends.
It's true. Coins are like little pieces of history that reflect the times they were made in.
And the 1979 10 coin from South Korea with Admiral Yi Sun-sin on it, that one's really special.
It is. It's a symbol of Korean history and national pride.
And the 1977 French 10 Times Marianne coin, that one's all about symbolism and ideals.
Marianne is such a powerful image. She represents the spirit of France.
It's amazing how coins from all over the world can come together in a single collection.
It's like creating a tapestry of human history.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah.
What are some key takeaways you want to leave our listeners with?
I think the biggest takeaway is that coin collecting is a hobby for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, rich or poor, there's something out there for you.
That's a great point. And it's not just about the money. It's about the history, the culture, the connections.
Exactly. It's about the journey of discovery and the stories that coins tell.
Well said. Well, I think it's time to bring in our expert for some final thoughts and advice.
Sounds good. I'm eager to hear what they have to say.
Wow, we've really gone deep on coins today.
I know, right? It's amazing how much there is to learn about these little pieces of metal.
It's like they're little windows into the past.
Exactly. Each coin has its own story to tell.
I'm still thinking about those ancient coins we talked about.
Me too. Imagine holding a coin that was used by a Roman emperor or a Greek philosopher.
It would be incredible.
It would be like holding a piece of their world in your hand.
And then there are those stories about people finding valuable coins in the most unexpected places.
Oh yeah, those are my favorite.
Like that 1894 Das Barber dime in a tin can.
I know. It's crazy to think that someone just stumbled upon a coin worth millions like that.
And the 1916 D Mercury dime in the cigar box.
That one's amazing too. It makes you wonder what other treasures are out there just waiting to be found.
That's like a real-life treasure hunt.
Exactly. And the best part is you don't need a map or a metal detector to find them.
You just need to keep your eyes open and be curious.
That's right. You never know what you might find in your pocket change or at a flea market.
I think that's one of the things that makes coin collecting so appealing. It's a hobby that's full of surprises.
And it's a hobby that anyone can enjoy. You don't need to be an expert or have a lot of money to get started.
So for someone who's just starting out, what advice would you give them?
Well, the first thing I would say is to do your research. There are so many great resources available online and in libraries.
Like what?
Well, there are websites like the American Numismatic Association and Numista. They have tons of information on different types of coins, grading standards, and market values.
What about books? Are those still helpful?
Definitely. There are some great books out there written by experts in the field. And don't forget about your local library. They often have a great selection of books on coin collecting.
And what about talking to other collectors?
That's a great idea. There are lots of online forums and communities where you can connect with other collectors, share knowledge, and get advice.
It sounds like there's a whole community out there just waiting to welcome new collectors.
There is. Coin collecting is a very social hobby. People love to talk about their collections and share their passion with others.
This has been a fascinating deep dive. We've learned so much about valuable coins, unique coins, and the joy of collecting.
I know, I feel like I could talk about coins all day.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I think it's time to wrap things up.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of coins.
And if you're listening out there, we encourage you to take a closer look at your own coin collection. You never know what treasures you might find.
Happy collecting.
And we'll see you next time for another Deep Dive.